Awesome. Thanks for being here. My name is Eddie Hill, and I'm the owner of Prosperous IM, or Prosperous Internet Marketing. And what we have here today is maximum amount of learning and minimum amount of time. So I'm going to give you let me give you the 30-second overview of Prosperous IM. So Prosperous IM is an internet marketing company. We've been around since 2011 legally. I actually was doing it before that for my own companies because that's what you do. I actually Googled the words, how do you get to the top of Google? I did that back in 2006, and so I've been doing that ever since. So I've handled every type of customer you can name it, from funeral homes to daycares to lawyers, accountants, water damage restoration, of course. We love our plumbers, HVAC guys, and carpet cleaners, those kind of things too. And what we realized that we're very, very good at is getting people phone calls. And so today is just going to be training. I'm not going to pitch. I'll tell you the pitch right now. Here's the pitch. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. It's going to be slightly overwhelming. Some of you guys will be able to do some of this. But in the end, if you don't want to do it, hopefully I can earn your respect, and someday you'll ask me to do it for you and pay us to do it, because we're experts at this, at getting people leads. So we're a growing agency. We have a couple hundred clients, or almost a couple hundred clients now. We're not huge, but we're not small either. Got like 24, 25 employees. We're based out of the metropolis of Pensacola, Florida. So give you a little background on that. So actually, you know what's cool is since I have this cool little thing here, I want to bring up something. Hold on a second. I'm going to bring up our website. So I'm going to go live a couple times throughout this presentation, but for the most part, it'll just be the PowerPoint on here. So if you look at our team, and we're a bunch of, and don't judge us by our looks. We're actually a bunch of good-looking young folk, very smart people, but you can kind of see we're legitimate. So I do this just for, I guess, to legitimize who's talking to you right now, because I guarantee you, I know for a fact, probably like us, I get dozens of these people trying to tell me, hey, we can do your SEO for you, or whatever they say, every single week, and it just drives me crazy. But the difference is we're a legitimate digital marketing agency. Yes, we're a Google partner. Everybody says that, I think, but to be a digital partner, you have to take three 2-hour tests and pass them, and then you get to use the logo digital marketer. But so it's hard. I don't want to say it's easy, but it's hard. But pretty much anybody can do that. They study long enough. But what really differentiates us is results and clients that are absolutely ecstatic with what we've done with them. So that's one of the things I'm real proud of. What we've done is we have hundreds of just ecstatic clients because we deliver results. So if you go in here and you click on more reviews, you're going to see more and more and more and more. We'll talk about reviews today because it's critical. I think it's critical to our business, but it's also critical to your business as well. So, okay, with that maximum amount of learning and minimum amount of time, here we're going to go. We're going to launch right here. So, bear with me. And at the end, I can see, actually, it's on a different screen. So I can see if you want to put in the chat, if you have questions, whatever, that's fine. I just may not see right off the bat. So, just kind of put it in the chat. We'll go from there. Definitely at the end, we'll answer any questions that you have. I'll stick around as long as you need. But let's get through this. So this is the banana experiment. Now, part of this is urban legend, but it makes a point. But some of it's true. Back in the 60s, the scientists, this is before PETA, I think. The scientists like to do a lot of experiments on monkeys. So they took 5 monkeys, they put them in a room, they put a big old ladder in the middle of the room, and then they tied some bananas to the ceiling, and they could reach from the ladder. So once a monkey would see the bananas go to climb the ladder, they would hit that monkey with a fire hose full of water. They'd shoot him with water, shoot him right off the ladder, and then to compound that a little bit, they would actually spray all the other 4 monkeys as well. So it wasn't long before they learned, man, don't go up the ladder. So another one try it, they'd spray him with water, and then they'd spray the other 4. And then, within 20 minutes, nobody would try to climb the ladder. So then the scientists took one of the monkeys out, replaced him with a new monkey. And, of course, that new monkey said, what the heck, man, there's some bananas up there. I'm going to go get them. And so he tries to climb the ladder. And sure enough, the other 4 monkeys beat the crap out of him, just pulled him off the ladder, beat the crap out of him. They never sprayed him with water, though. The other 4 monkeys took him down, and that monkey couldn't figure out why he got beat up, but he didn't want to climb the ladder, that's for sure. So then they replaced another monkey. Same thing happened. They didn't spray the water, but the other 4 monkeys beat the crap out of him until all 5 monkeys were completely new. Not one of them has been sprayed with water, and none of them would climb the ladder because the other ones would beat them up. So the lesson here, and this is a very, very powerful lesson, is a lot of times when I talk to these business owners, and that's what I do every day, I talk to business owners and say, why are you marketing like you used to market back in the 1960s and 70s? Well, and some of you actually got on the yellow pages now. Congratulations. But I mean, most people are still doing what they did, dozens of years ago that used to work great. So the banana experiment is relevant in the sense of that's what's going on. We do it this way because that's the way we've always done it. And I'm going to try to tell you, I want to open your eyes and maybe, expand your mind a little bit that there's a new way of doing business out there. And it starts with the name Google. But, it's powerful. It's actually more effective than any form of marketing in the history of the world. And it's trackable. And we'll talk about each of these things here in a second. So I believe this. Hopefully you believe this too. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. That's just what happens. Know, like, trust. So it's always been that way since the dawn of time. The first thing you do is you grow your circle of influence, or your business's circle of influence. I think they're tied together, but so you grow the circle of influence, which is the know factor. Then you get them to like you and trust you, and then they do business with you. A lot of times they try you first, so it's know, like, trust, try, buy. Know, like, trust, try, buy, and you have to do it in that order. You can't skip it. Now you can speed that up. You can get them to know you real fast, get them to like and trust you really fast, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do on this webinar here. Hopefully within 45 minutes, I'm going to get you to like me and trust me. Well, you may not like my dumb jokes, but hopefully you like me and trust me that I'm an expert, and then maybe try us and then buy us. So you can do the same thing with your customers too. So people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So I'm going to teach you how to grow your circle of influence. There's the know factor, get more people to know who you are. So when they do have a problem, water damage, restoration, something goes wrong, they think of you first. And of course, they like and trust you, and that's why they'll call you. All right. Your job is to get more people to know, like, and trust you. I mean, I just said that. That's exactly what marketing is. I don't care if it's direct mail. I don't care if it's radio or television. Some of you guys are doing journal signs or whatever. It doesn't matter. The whole goal of marketing is to get people to know, like, and trust you. So think about that when you're doing your marketing. So today we're going to briefly go over some of these. We're going to go in depth on a couple of these. And I'm going to give you I'm going to give you 30,000 foot view first, but then I'm going to give you specific action items that you can take today, steps you can take today to grow your business. Literally, these are write down things that you can take away today to help grow your business. They're in the trenches kind of thing. So I'm going to do it in this order: reputation marketing, search marketing, social media, email, and then Google AdWords. All right, why internet marketing? I don't know why I have this slide anymore. Of course, it's just growing like crazy. It's the most effective, I told you, in the history of the world. And it's trackable. So how many times have your internet searched for a local, on the internet, as you've searched for a local business in the last 12 months? This is the way it works. You guys see it, and people pull out their phone. 58% of all searches now are on your phone, and then they go, hey, if they have somebody has a water leak, and they need a water damage restoration guy or gal or whatever. So they will literally Google it on their phone, and if they need pizza, they're going to Google it on the phone if they don't have a specific place they like. If they need a plumber, same thing. That's just the way it works, the way it's going to work for the foreseeable future, and that's just how we do business today. So I brought up the 800-pound gorilla, Google. I need to talk about Google for a second. So I need you, one, to respect them for who they are. I don't need you to love them, but I need you to understand the power of them and what it can do for your business. There's 2 trillion searches annually on Google. That's 2.3 million searches per second. I don't know if you can wrap your head around that, but it's massive. And in the United States, Google owns 74% share of every search ever done. So to put things in perspective, if Google is an 800-pound gorilla, then Yahoo Bing is like I guess a 6-pound gorilla or whatever that percentage is. And Yellow Pages is like a 4-pound gorilla, and Yelp is like a 1-pound gorilla. I mean, that's literally the difference between these search engines. So Google dominates, but it's even bigger than that. When you look at the mobile search, 89%. So 9 out of 10 all searches come through Google's mobile search. It's just mobile phone. That's what works. So you need to respect that. 130 trillion web pages spidered. That doesn't necessarily mean they're indexed, but they've been inspired. Those are the pages that Google knows about. Google's parent company called Alphabet, their capitalization is 570 billion. Yes, they are the 800-pound gorilla, and they're the ones we want to please because they will grow our business. In fact, I guarantee it. If you can please the Google gorilla, then you will grow your business dramatically. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. Bad news. Bad news. There is no such thing as push button online marketing. And I hear it time and time again. I go to all these meetings. I'm actually past president of my Rotary Club, and they're like, well, can you just set it up for me, then I'll handle it. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good, but you won't. You're busy, and you can't. What will happen is you'll forget about it 6 months. You'll wake up and you can't figure out why it's not working. It needs to consistently be done over time. It's a money mountain. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and that's just the way it's going to work. So there's no such thing as push button. You got to do a little bit of work, but I can streamline that and actually make it easier and more effective for you. I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, here's the key right here. This is the whole writer down. So get your pen out and write these 3 things out. If you have these 3 things, you absolutely will be successful in business and any other part of life. 3 pillars of success are this. Number 1 is mindset. I'm going to talk a little bit today about your mindset. I have to, because people have this thing, they have these stigma, they have head trash, and these things are going, oh, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in marketing, or whatever. So you have to kind of change the mindset. Like I said, get away from the banana experiment and get you in the right mindset that there's a powerful, predictive, results verifiable way of growing your business with online marketing. So I'm going to hopefully change your mindset a little bit today. But part 2 is you need to have the skill set. You need to have the skills of what it takes and what to do. And it changes. Google changed 57 times last year. They had 57 major. There's a bunch of small ones, but they had 57 major algorithmic updates last year. That's like 1 a week. So you have to keep up with the latest changes because they changed the rules on us, which is fine. I don't mind because it keeps us in business. But so you need to kind of keep update with the latest skill set, things that are working, things that are not working. And there's really cool new platforms out there that are super powerful that we'll talk about that you need to get involved with, because the barrier to entry is real low now, and eventually people are going to catch on. Like a lot of your competitors are asleep right now. And if you're in the beginning of this, it's very cheap. Back when I was doing pay-per-click in the original day in 2006, it was dirt cheap. It was 5 cents a click at the max. Now lawyers are $200 a click. Water damage restoration is $30 to $40 a click. But it's worth it. Especially if you're making thousands, right? But I wish it was back to 10 cents. Okay, so mindset, skill set, and the last ones will get off your asset. You have to take some sort of action. And usually it's massive action. It doesn't have to be all at once or all the time, but you need to set aside some time weekly, definitely bi-weekly and monthly to work on your business, work on the marketing side of your business. And I'm going to kind of tell you specifically what to do with that. It doesn't have to be a lot of time, 10 minutes here, 45 minutes here, but if you consistently do it, it absolutely will help you and grow your business. Okay, so hope you're sticking with me here and you're kind of going to get something out of this. So we're going to start with this. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. I'm going to start with trust because everything else falls apart if you don't have trust. If you're untrustworthy or if you have bad reputation. So reputation is the key here. So how do you get prospects to trust you? One is reviews, one is testimonials. This is part of it as far as online goes. And the other one would be they actually used you before, history, and they liked you, and so that builds a form of trust as well. So I say it's the most important way you need to market your business today, in conjunction with everything else, whether you're doing direct mail or Yellow Pages, or I don't care if you're doing newspaper, radio, TV, any traditional media, you still have to have your reputation in line, and I'm going to show you why. Now, this is rhetorical, but would you buy a product or service that has bad ratings or bad reviews? And of course not. You wouldn't. eBay and Amazon and Zappos, they taught us to look for reviews. It's actually second nature now. When you go to look at something on Amazon, one of the first things you do, even a book, if anybody reads books anymore, you go look at their reviews, right? And so it has 30 reviews and 20 of them or 25 of them are 5 stars. You're going to look at a couple of good ones, but you're going to go find the bad reviews and figure out why somebody left a bad review. Now, you may be able to deal with it and say, oh, that guy's a moron. Or you may say, no, that's legitimate. I don't want to use these people because that's a bad review. So if one has good reviews and the other one has one bad review, which one do we buy? And we know that people will skip over other forms of, they'll skip over other businesses to get to the ones that have the better reviews. So it's an all part of our marketing. Now, I've been preaching this reputation for probably 6 years. And I said, well, I was like, got to get on the bandwagon now. The truth is, still to this day, most of the water damage restoration companies are not on board with this. And there's other market. Of course, the restaurants and plumbers, they've caught on a long time ago. Some other niches are just going crazy. But water damage restoration, maybe most of your competitors, we'll look here in a second, most people out there have like 5 reviews, 3 reviews. So it's easy to overcome them. And they don't even realize how important this is. So if I'm jumping up and down and I'm trying to get your mindset, hey, you have to get 5-star reviews, it's critical to your online success, then I'll help you get that. So here it is, game changer number 1. So first thing you do, you can click on, and this is, my wife and I own an award shop, so I'm scared to, I don't want to, I have clients that are the client privilege or whatever, where I don't want to tell them. So I'm going to show you some clients later that allowed me to talk about their stuff. But so this is my other business that my wife owns, and so this is when I Googled to get to the top of Google, this is my company. I did it. So when you Google my name in Pensacola, Florida, and you're going to see our entire representation. It's going to be right on top of everything. So here is Google, here's Facebook, here's Super Pages, here's Yellow Pages, here's Facebook, Super Pages, Yellow Pages, Foursquare. You see how your reputation just shows up now? I didn't even ask for it. All I did is my name and my location modifier, and it's showing up. There's a video about reputation. There's MapQuest, Angie's List, which a lot of you guys probably know about. I can't stand Angie's List. That's the middle. So you can see that reputation is right on top of the page. Let's do water damage restoration. Okay. What should we do? Tampa? Let's do Tampa. So big city near me. Look what's going on here. 4.0, 4.6, 4.8. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to come back to this. You can see the BBBs here. You can see what's going on. That's all good, but watch this. So let's find out the true reputation of NextGen. If you copy paste, simple copy, open another thing. If you Google their name plus Tampa, the location, right? I hope you're not on here. I mean, if you're on here, I'll help you. By the way, look what happens. You see their reputation on Super Pages, on Facebook, on Google, of course. You see it on Yelp. BBB right there. Their reputation is just hanging out there for everybody to see. So even if you have a fairly good reputation offline, if somebody gives you a referral and they're like, hey, go check out NextGen, whoever these guys, I don't know who they are. Go check them out, they're really good, and they get on here, and you got a 4.0 rating, and your competitors all have 4.8, 4.6. Guess what happens? They're like, well, forget these guys. I'm going to call these guys, or these guys are even better. Now, used to be when you're at the top, you would get like 50 to 60% of the clicks. But if you have a less of reputation or lower score, people will skip number 1 to go to number 2 and number 3. I know. I mean, we don't want to hear that, but that's really what's going on. It's kind of one of those crazy things. Okay. So Google your name plus your location, and that'll give you reputation, right? And some of you guys don't even know what it is. Here's the stats on that. I'm going to get overwhelmed with stats, but a lot of people, they go direct to like Yelp.com or Angie'sList.com, and they look at your reputation, which is fine. It's only 37%, but most people Google it just like I did, and then they go look at the other ones. They'll go look at Yelp, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, Manta, Merchant Circle, Angie's List, Brown Book, all of those. So you got to understand that's how people use it. And look how it's changing. This is 2016. Do you read online reviews to determine whether a local business is good? And absolutely, look at this going up. Yes, regularly. 50% regularly do that, and another 41% occasionally do that. That's 91% look at reviews regularly or occasionally when they're looking at a local business. So you need to be in there. Word of mouth, of course, is going to be the highest. Facebook, Twitter, Yelp, TripAdvisor, Google. Look at the increase on Google, 25%. Just massive increases in other review sites. You notice Angie's List not even on there? All right, so here's my beef with Angie's List. There's some sort of conspiracy. She's been around for 18, 19 years, and she has never made money. She loses millions of dollars every single year. I would love to have a business that would be so funded, and a public company, that would be so funded that somebody keeps backing me for 19 years and I've never made a dime. In fact, I lose money every single year. I think here's a conspiracy theory. And all right, just me throwing it out there. I'm not sure if somebody knows different. Let me know. All right, game changer number 2. So bad reviews show up in Google Maps. They show up in pay-per-click. They show up in organic. They show up in local directories. I just showed you. They show up everywhere, and it's a critical part of your marketing. If your reputation stinks, if you have a 4.0 or less, then you're going to have problems, and the other forms of marketing won't work because people, even if you do direct mail or TV, and they Google your name. See, who was that company on TV? Water damage restoration. And they Google it, they're going to find your reputation online. So you got to take control of it right now. All right, I was going to show you on a tire store here. You can see the difference here. That's not so good. I'm telling you, if you got a 2.8, nobody's going there. Well, Pep Boys is pretty big. I guess some people go there. But I mean, gotta watch what I say. That's just a bad reputation. Okay. Yeah, there's the same thing there. All right, because buyers trust reviews. This is another writer downer. 84% of buyers trust reviews online as much as a personal recommendation. 84%. That tells me, so if hey buddy, go check out the new Star Wars. It's awesome, and we have we're friends, and you trust me. We have similar tastes. You're like, yeah, I'll go check it out because you trust me. Well, the same thing with online reviews. So 84% trust an online review as much as a friend or family member telling them that, hey, these guys are great. That should tell you something right there. They're very powerful and they're trustworthy. And whether, some of them shouldn't be, as you well know. Some of them are facades or made up. But we don't do that. We're going to do real ones, but we need to go get them. We got to ask for them. This is another study. People, so 92%, accept recommendations from people I know, but 70% totally, completely, or somewhat trust consumer opinions posted online. So that's another one there showing the same thing. And this is a completely different study. This one's, what is this? I can't remember. It might be Arbitron or one of these other, I can't remember who made the study, but same thing. So the top one is recommendations. Of course, they're going to trust that. Highly relevant. Then highly relevant, somewhat relevant is consumer opinions posted online, 26% and 56%. So that's 92% are highly relevant or somewhat relevant. So go get some reviews online. All right, consumers look up an average about 10 reviews before making a decision. So now this one says 72%, and that's actually outdated. It should be 84 because that was 2 years ago, and now it's 84. It's actually went way up. So, but your goal here is 6 to 10 reviews. That's what we got to go get, and that's not that hard to do. So you need to position yourself as a 5-star reputation. All right, so this cool little tool, I had one of my developers make this because it's kind of a pain in the butt to get people to leave a review if you haven't noticed it. So if you click on that and you enter your name, I live in that water, let's see what comes up, damage, restoration, cleanup company, removal flood, I don't even know what that is, but I'll click on it. So, all right, come on. See who, I don't even know who that is. I guess it's somebody here in Pensacola. I've never heard of them. But what I just did is I made a 5-star review link, and it'll take you right to your review portal. So watch this. It's going to pop up, I think. Come on. Strike one. Did I do it? Yeah. All right. Anyway, I think I screwed something up, but it'll open up the review portal. I'll have them fix it if it doesn't fix it. Anyway, if it's a review link, it takes them directly there. You need to be doing that. I was trying to help you with this cool little tool, but making me look stupid in front of everybody. All right, I'll get that fixed, but it'll definitely. So anyway, it takes you here. Then all you need to do is write a review. So this is where I want to take them, is right here. But so you can just copy that link, make a short link out of it, and then give it to all your customers that you know will give you a 5-star review. Make sure they're going to give you a 5-star review. All right, cool. Moving on. Here's some of my other favorite review sites. Of course, I told you Facebook is like the second best one behind Google. Google 800-pound gorilla, but Facebook's not far behind. I do like Yelp in order. City Search Insider Pages, Yahoo, then Angie's List, then Judy's Booking on down. So give you some idea. All right, let me check make sure we're still live and growing here. Yeah, we're good. Awesome. All right, if you have a bad review, best thing to do is call them. Usually they'll have their name on it and you'll know who it is, and say, what can I do to, rectify the situation? How can we help you? Either, take care of them one way or another, finish the job, redo it or whatever. A lot of times it's all it takes. Probably 50 to 60% of the people we take care of, they'll remove the review within 24 hours because they just want to be heard, right? They just want to make sure they're taken care of. And if you handle the situation, they'll get rid of it. And it's worth it. I'm telling you right now, it's worth whatever it is you have to do to please them, to get them to take that review out, because it'll kill your business if you get a couple bad reviews. It'll just take you out. Part two, you need to dilute it. So if you can't get them to remove it, you need to go in and get more reviews, right? So if you only have 4 and 2 of them are bad, you got like a 2.0 star rating. So go get 3, 4, 5 more reviews, and that way you can dilute or take that and average it out to like a 4.4 or something like that. It's not that hard. So let me give you the inside secret here. So Android owns Google, right? Or Google, strike that, reverse it. Google owns Android, and it's a Google phone. So anybody who has a Google phone, like if I'm out golfing with my friends or at a restaurant or whatever, I'll say, hey, take out your phone. And if I see it's an Android phone, I say, Google these words, water damage restoration Pensacola, or whatever my name is. And then it comes up, and all there's a little blue down arrow, and they click that button down and it says leave a review. That's all you need to do, and then it instantly leaves a review because they are already logged in on the Google phone. Pretty cool, huh? So they don't have to go through all the weird junk of logging and stuff, and it works, it sticks. Actually, Google likes mobile reviews better than desktop reviews, believe it or not, and it's just a great way to go get reviews. How many do you need? A couple. Most of your competitors only have 2 or 3, so it is an algorithmic war. We're waging war on our competitors, and if they have 4, you need 5 or 10 or whatever. I think 10 should be our minimum, but I mean you need to just beat them on how many they have, and you need to have all 5 stars. Or if you only have 1, I think you need 4 or 5 stars for every 1 star you have. So if you already have a bad review, go get 5 more good reviews to dilute that. So it's easy to do that. So legally, I gotta watch what I say. It's not against the law to do anything. It's against the terms of service of Google. For you are not, as the business owner, not supposed to leave yourself a review. However, in the terms of service, your employees can leave your review, and your family members can leave your review. They can't lie. We don't want them to lie. Just say, hey, I've worked for this company for 5 years. These guys are awesome. Hey, this is my Google guy right here. I have Google reps that call me every single day. But you can leave a review. You can say how awesome you are. That lived, worked here. I've known Mark for 10 years. He's a great guy. They can say all that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You say that this company does an excellent job on renovating water damaged houses, and they'll take care of it. There's nothing wrong with that. You can even say if they've worked with you on a board. I've known this guy for 5 years. I've served on 2 boards with him. He's top notch and a man of high integrity. You can say that all day long and leave those reviews on there. Now, if customers read that, they know that they didn't use your services, but they know that you're talking about the integrity of the company, and that's what matters. So it's an easy way to go get 4 or 5 reviews, and you should be able to do that by the end of the month. So raise your right hand. I see you. Okay. Well, you're not raising your hand. Raise your hand. I state your name. We'll go get 5 reviews by the end of March. I mean, it should be that simple, and you can do it. I promise you, it'll help you grow your business. It'll be worth your time. All right, I got to move on. We got maximum amount of learning. We've already 30 some minutes into this thing, and we only covered one area. So I got to move on here. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. Let's talk about the know factor. Know. To grow your circle of influence, and you already know this. I mean, you're obviously a successful business because of whatever reason. I mean, you've been doing a lot of these things correctly, but you got to get more people to know you. You can do that by networking, which I do a lot of that. You go out to the chamber meetings, you join Rotary, all that. Word of mouth is a great way, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are using that. Traditional media, which I still believe in. I'm not going to tell you to stop that. I mean, we definitely still need to be doing traditional media, but of course, the last one's online marketing. It's just another great way to grow your circle of influence. It's powerful, it's cheap, and it's verifiable, which all those are things are good. So the first one is SEO, or organic search marketing. And I know that word is just, oh my goodness, it's been so abused. And I'm sorry to bring it up, but it is critical. It's real. It's a great way to get a ton of leads, and it's something that you can take massive action over your competitors and get a ton of leads from. So I'm assuming you're verified. And how you know you're verified is these two things right here. You either get a phone call from Google that's automated and it gives you a 5-digit code, or you get a postcard from Google and you get a 5-digit code. You just go to google.com/business, and it's called Google My Business. Here's what it looks like. And then you hit Start Now, and you fill this out. And it's going to ask you for your business name, region, all that stuff. Now, once you start typing it in there, you may have one in there already, but you may not be verified. So again, if you have not got the phone call or postcard, a lot of people think they're verified, and they're really not. And I can tell you, some of these listings, let me go back to that actually. Some of these listings are not verified. When you look at this thing right here, like these guys are, it'll say right here, see how it says suggest an edit? Instead of suggest an edit, if you're not verified, it'll say, are you the owner? And if it says, are you the owner, you got problems. Because that's obviously means you haven't verified it. So, and what can happen, and I hate to see this, see these guys are verified too. I hate to see this, but your competitor can actually take control of it and then change the, everything coming to you, change phone number, change whatever, and then use their name, and that's bad news. You don't want that to happen. So, all right, so go get it verified. This is the link here, google.com/business. Part 2. So SEO, is it legit? Is it dark magic, dark art, whatever, snake oil, unethical, spamming? They call it black hat, and Google tells us what not to do in general. They're kind of like politicians. They kind of hint about some things, but they also tell us what to do. So this is what I'm going to teach you today: ethical, Google approved, and what to do. So does anybody remember this? Like if you're under the age of 35, maybe, or 40, you probably have no idea what this is. But in my day, when I was a kid, we'd go to this library, this thing called a card catalog. And the card catalogs, they look like this, a bunch of them, and they're kind of separated in two ways. One, you can look up a book by the author name, or you can look up a book by the title of the book. And it would be alphabetized in these drawers based off of those two things. So let me give you an example. So if I was looking for water damage restoration in Pensacola, so if you go to the W file and go to water damage restoration, it's going to be a gigantic file, because that will be everybody in the entire world in water damage restoration. Then you go under letter P underneath that drawer, and you find Pensacola, and that's where you're going to find my business, water damage restoration Pensacola. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not the best way to go, because you're trying to play in an international world. You're trying to compete with everybody in the world. The way to do SEO is to go to the P file for Pensacola. There's going to be a whole drawer for just Pensacola, and then under W is going to be water damage restoration. You get what I'm saying? If that makes sense at all to you, you can dominate on a local level much easier than you can on a national level. And especially if you have different geo areas or these metro areas that you're after. Even if it's a large city like Tampa we were looking at earlier, or Atlanta, those kind of things, it's still easier than trying to go nationwide. So most of you probably, unless you have multiple franchises, are trying to go in a location, like a single location like Tampa or Pensacola, or whatever. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Everything I'm going to talk about from here on, everything we need to do, that we have to do to get on top of the rankings, is for two reasons. Number one, human beings. We like human beings. They're good people. Hopefully, some of them. But so when we're posting and doing these things online, it's to get these people to like you and trust you, right? That's the human being part of it. But part 2 is for Google bots. These are the little minions that go around and they crawl all the web pages out there and figure out where to put you in the index, or in the when you're looking at a ranking. They're trying to figure out where you should go. So there's a little Google bot that says these guys should be on top, these guys should be number 2, and these guys should be number 3. That doesn't happen by accident. That happens because these Google bots say they should, because of authority. And authority is everything online. And I'm going to show you how to get authority here. All right. So number 1, on-site optimization is relevant. Click on. On-site optimization is relevance of that. So it needs to say just, it needs to say water damage restoration. But of course, it needs to say, to me, it needs to have location modifiers. It needs to say Pensacola, Florida, or whatever you market it in the cities that you serve. It needs to be prominent on there. And you'd be amazed at how many websites don't have that. The title tags, descriptions, the H1 tags, the internal linking, the number of pages, schema market, all that, bounce rate, page speeds, mobile, all that matters to Google for on-site optimization of why you get ranked. Now, part 2 is off-site optimization. Now, truly, if you were to break this down, off-site, this right here, is worth probably 65% of the reason why you get ranked. This is what people don't tell you. When you talk to these SEO guys or whatever that build websites, they don't know the second part. All they know how to do is optimize the H tags and internal linking, maybe the title tags. And these guys say they do SEO. So when somebody says they do SEO, I said, tell me your philosophy on how to get at top of Google. And if they don't mention the second part, offsite optimization, they have no idea what they're doing. And what I mean by that is this is only 35% of the reason why you rank. This is 65%. I will beat them every time because if they're not working on this offsite stuff, they're not going to be ranked at the top. So now I need to clarify something here. So this is maps right here. I need to go back one. Google Maps is great, and we want to be on the maps. So when I type in water damage restoration Tampa or Tampa, Florida, doesn't matter, and you show up, that's gonna make me, I'm gonna do it again. So you type in Tampa. You're gonna see the very top here is map. Especially on a mobile phone, it's gonna be maps. Part 2, this is called organic. These are organically done. This is part of what I'm talking about, how to get ranked here. I want to get you ranked in the maps, and we'll talk very specifically how to do that. But I definitely want to get you ranked here as well. And then, see how the ads went away? That's crazy. I guess it's because I Googled it too many times. Let's do Orlando. I think it's because the ads went away because the ads at the top and bottom. That's crazy that they stopped. Oh, here's some ads right here. This is the third part we're going to talk about. You can buy these ads, and you can be right here in like 10 minutes once you buy the ad, or at the top. Use it to put the ads at the top. Now, do you think anybody's going to call this guy? He has 1 review, and it's about me. By the way, if you're on this webinar, call me, please. I can help you. I know I can help you. And you're probably a good company. The truth is, you may not be that bad. It's just you have 1 review, and it looks horrible. You have a 1 star because you only have 1 review. You don't even have a chance there, right? All right, got sidetracked. I just want to tell you why, how to dominate. This is how to dominate. So I don't want to overwhelm you, but this is kind of how you do it. You don't need to do, this is what we do. It's kind of extreme. But this is how we get to dominate. So your money site is right here in the middle. That this is where you land people. And then we know that the only conversion from your website, the only thing that matters is a phone call or a form fill. Where they say, please, a form fill saying, hey, I'm interested in more information or whatever. Or a phone call. And 99% of our customers, our clients, especially water damage restoration, they just tell me, Eddie, give me phone calls. That's all I care about. I'm like, cool. I'm on it. So how we do that is we build authority. We build a massive authority to your homepage and to your subpage to get you this authority online. Let me go back up. So if you go back to this, we do blogs, we do articles, we do press releases, we do videos and podcasts and photos and social media and citations, which help build the maps part of it. And I'll talk about that here in a second. And about a dozen other things that are secret sauce. But if you just do any of these, I guarantee your competitors are not doing them. And if it's algorithmic math, all you have to do is beat them at their own math. You will win. See how easy it is? Well, I mean, it's going to take some time, but it's literally, a teenager can do this. There's nothing hard here. It's just something that has to be done to grow that authority. You have to do these kind of things. And they have to be quality. They have to be unique or original, and then they have to be relevant. And you pull back to this relevance here. So when you're doing a blog post, it can't be junk, can't be spun, it cannot be duplicated. It has to be unique and not posted anywhere else online. And that's how you grow your online authority. See that? Makes sense. I just gave you the keys to the kingdom, by the way. And I'm, not to brag, but I'm considered one of the top SEO guys in the nation. And I'm telling you right now, this is exactly how you do it. So this is a little periodic chart from Search Engine Land. I'm only going to give you a couple outside links besides myself. These guys are awesome, and they know their stuff. I trust them, and there's only a few of them out there that I do trust, and these guys are one of them. But you can see here quality, right? Not duplicate content with good title tags, good HTML. You have to have trustworthiness, the authority. And then here's quality again, right? On the links, these are inbound links. Off-page SEO. On-page, off-page. Here's what you can't do. You can't stuff keywords. You can't hide things. You can't have ads all over. You can't have piracy. You can't have spam. And paid ads actually hurt you. All kinds of problems here. Cloaking and thin stuff. Probably most of you are not doing that. So here's another way of looking at it. 24% is the host domain authority. 22% is your link popularity to the specific page. And then 20% is the anchor text of the external links. And this has been changing a little bit. But the first 66%, these top three here, have nothing to do with your website at all. This is off-site stuff. So now on-site, on-page keyword usage, your click-through data, your social graph metrics, which is off-site, and then your registration hosting data. That's part of why you get ranked as on-site. But as you see, most of it is off-site. This is how people Google. This is actually old. We don't even have these over here anymore. But it's just like a book. And we read top to bottom, left to right, and of course you want to be in the top, definitely top 2 or 3, right? All right. So how do you get to the top of maps? Remember, I showed you that. To me, maps. This right here, because on a phone, most people don't even get down here anymore. They certainly aren't going to page 2, so you can just forget that right now. They type in water damage restoration Orlando. In fact, in your case, it's usually an emergency, correct, or at least somewhat of an emergency. And they type these in, and they're pretty much going right here. So you want to be in we call this the 3-pack. Now, if you open it up more places, you can. This is okay to be here, but most people don't open that up. They're going to, the alpha males and females, those are the people that make quick decisions. They're going to call one of these for sure. And I guarantee it's not this guy. This guy's probably getting the majority of the searches. And I'm telling you right now, in Orlando, there are probably over 100 to 200 people clicking on that a month just because of this one keyword. There's probably two dozen other keywords that have the same thing. You know what I mean? So you can do, whatever, all the other. You can do it the other way around. You can do Orlando water damage restoration or water damage in Orlando. There's, as you can see here, mold remediation, water damage repair. All those are good keywords that you want to be ranking for. So what I'm talking about here is how to get ranked in the maps. So number one, you need to get verified. I already told you that. Make sure you have the correct category. This is you'd be amazed how many people screw up the category. See how this category where my mouse is, water damage restoration service, water damage. A lot of them have contractor, or they'll have a plumber even, or a carpet cleaner, which is fine if that's what you want your first thing to be. But if you're trying to rank for water damage, it's going to be difficult if you have the wrong category. Part 3, fill everything out completely. Remember, it's an algorithm. So if it says if your competitor has 10 photos, put 11. If your competitor has no videos, put a video on it. If it says, I think it asks you if you have a parking lot, put yes. Or do you take credit cards? Yes. Fill it all out. A lot of people skip all that stuff. And Google thinks that if you filled it out more than the next guy did, that you should be ranked higher on the maps. Now, again, we're just talking here on the maps. This stuff won't help you down here, but it actually moves you up on the maps. It's kind of dumb, but it's just the way it is. So since it's an algorithm and it's a robot doing it, we need to give the robot what it wants. Hours of operation, payments, photos, da 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 da. And of course, the last thing. I skipped over it. The last thing, 5-star reviews. You've got to have more 5-star reviews than the competition. It's just the way it is. So, citations. So you got to have all these. I'm going through that. You got to have all these. Then you need to get citations. And citations is simply this. It's another website, citing, C-I-T-I-N-G, your name, your address, and your phone number. So you want it to match. You want it to match this. You want it to say, Orlando, Florida, 911 registration of Orlando. And then let me open that up. So you want to make sure it has the same phone number, like they don't have their address in there, which makes sense. A lot of people don't put their address, especially because you're going to them. But you want to make sure your citation cites your name, address, and phone number. And you can put that in all these. So take a screenshot of this, and these are the ones I would go get. Now, Moz.com, this part 2, is one of the other ones that I trust. Now, don't buy it. They're going to try to sell you citation builders. You can build them yourself. Each one's going to take like 10 minutes to fill these out. Have your nephew do it or something. But go to Moz.com for a good list of these things, and then it'll tell you how many you have and how many you don't. But then make sure you turn down. They're going to offer you for them to do it. Don't do it. It's easy to do. You can do it yourself. So here you go. If you're not on top of Google Places or organic, you're basically a billboard in the desert. That's what your website is. I hate to say it, It's a billboard that doesn't. It's pretty. It looks great, but nobody sees it, and that's why you got to do this. All right, I'm gonna touch on the next couple ones, just because we only got like 5 minutes left or 8 minutes left. But let me talk about the like part of it. Know, like, and trust. So social media is an excellent way to get people to like you. Excellent way. So you need to go in there and make sure that that people know you. Social media isn't a fad. It's a fundamental shift in the way we communicate. It's a shift in the way we gather information, research information, sift information, and disseminate information. Consumers are no longer passive. They're active, giving feedback, which is good, bad, or indifferent. We have transcended the information age with peer-to-peer feedback of information. We no longer search for information. Information finds us. Feedback is semi-instantaneous, but more importantly, trustworthy. Celebrity endorsements have been popular for decades, but they have been given us a sense of trustworthiness. Of course, we don't trust celebrities anymore. Today, we get endorsements from friends, family, coworkers that are propagated with a lack of monetary motive. There's the key, lack of monetary motive. So if I tell you I like this movie, it isn't because I'm going to get a commission from it. It's just because I really like it. If I like this water damage restoration place, it's because I really like it. I have no motive on this. So it's very powerful. You can do the same thing. I don't need it. I mean, I got a lot of stats in here that social media is a super powerful way of getting leads, business to consumer and business to business. It's a fantastic way. Some of you guys are going after like condo managers or whatever, and this is a great way to get in touch with them and get them to know, like, and trust you. This is time spent on social media. I think you can kind of get it. Okay. So what do you do on social media? One, you create compelling, consistent posts that adds value. I mean, you don't want to sell them all the time. You need to add value. So you can do what to do's, you can do expert panels, you can do relevant, information on here. This is how to kind of things. Those are all great things to post to get people to know, like, and trust you. So you definitely want to get involved with that. Definitely do posts about the holidays. We get a lot of reaction off the holiday posts. Make sure you do something about that. And then, of course, if you know or have been around celebrities, you need to take pictures of the celebrities and post them on your Facebook. So you're going to tie yourself to a celebrity. It's a form of endorsement, actually. So if you've done business with a local celebrity, let's say you're in Pensacola and you helped the mayor with his water damage restoration, or you were at a condo and you helped somebody out there, then post that. That's amazing. Okay, I need you to understand there's an algorithm on Facebook too. This is the algorithm. I don't really know how to read that, but here's what it means. So affinity, weight, and time decay. The affinity is a score between the viewer and the edge creator, the person who created the post, and how closely you guys are. So if they comment or share or like on your post, they'll see more of your posts. And then the weight of that post is bigger or heavier, I guess, by the more people who share, like it, and comment on it. Likes are kind of neutral, but if they comment on it or share on it, the weight of that post will get bigger and it'll go to more people. So I would tell your employees to share it or to comment on it, and you'll actually grow the weight of it. So you can actually force this to grow. You can use the algorithm to go out to more people. And just like a newspaper, time decay, a day-old newspaper is old news. Well, a day-old post is old news. So the way to get that back up is to have them comment on it like a week later or share it like a week later. It'll bring that time decay back up to the top, and then it'll go further. So that's the way to beat the algorithm of Facebook, and it's a way to get your post to go out as far as possible. Don't post, John. This means don't be that guy. Don't be selling all the time. Don't be like, call us, do this. You need to earn the respect. So social media is not a place to sell. Your website is the place to sell. So on social media is the place to get them to like you. I hope you understand the difference. So, and then if they like you, then you can send them to your website to sell. And then I definitely recommend boosting it. You can boost it. It's really easy. It just says boost. Everybody's probably seen that button or not. Just boost it. And we don't have time for it because we're wrapping up here, but LinkedIn is super powerful for definitely business and things like that. Oh, all right. So, wow, I know I went a little on here, but if you guys hang out with me for a few more seconds, I'm going to give you some good nuggets right here. It's not a luxury anymore to do everything manually. You should automate some of this. I created, I didn't do it. My developer, I'm an idiot, so I couldn't do that. But my developer can. He made this thing called Social Cola. It helps me post to all these platforms at once. Hootsuite kind of does the same thing. Buffer too, TweetDeck. All those are great to help you go out there and post these things. You need to automate some of your business, and you should be automating the way you follow up with customers too. It's a whole other thing. Speaking of automation, email marketing is critical to staying on top and getting customers to continue to like you and trust you, and to build that relationship. Hopefully you're doing that and building a database. So, all right, I'm going to actually, well, wait, I'm going to throw one stat at you because I think it's funny. Yeah, 204 billion emails a day. Here we go. I already talked about this, but I want to make it emphatic. The mobile media revolution, mobile phone is huge, and that's the way everybody is doing things now. So you need to make sure that, well, yeah, you just need to make sure that everything is compliant. Make sure your website's compliant with mobile, because that's the way it's all being done nowadays. 6.8 billion own a cell phone, 4.6 billion own a smartphone, and 4.2 billion own a toothbrush. It tells you what's more important, right? And then here's my favorite stat right here: 39% of Facebook and actually social media smartphone users use their smartphone while going to the bathroom. Is that you? All right. Okay. Hopefully that you got something. This is pay-per-click. We didn't have time to get into that, but it's a super powerful way of getting results. You can see here 64% actually click on the paid ads. We already talked about that earlier, where that is. The paid ads are usually above the maps, and so you can buy these. Sometimes they're expensive. In Miami, it's going to be very expensive, but this could be you right here with no problem. These guys are messing up. Every one of these they're doing something stupid that you can fix and be a lot cheaper. And so that's probably why you want to use an agency. But it's it gets them a massive amount of calls. That's why they do. I mean, they don't mind spending the money because they're getting calls, and each call is worth quite a bit for them. So you want to do this. All right, you can't do this. You need to do something. So if you implement a couple of these things I just taught you, I'm telling you, you're going to grow your business. Start with a reputation. Do some social media, get more people to like you. Go out of your way, and grow your business with some of these things I just told you. You can do pay-per-click, and then if you don't want to do it yourself, call us. Mindset, skill set, get off your asset. Some is always better than none, and take a crown every single month. In the city of blind people, the one-eyed man is king. And hopefully, you're seeing a little better than you used to. All right. So if you have questions, let me open this up here and see in the chat. Just put it in the chat if you can do that. All right. Yes, this is recorded. I'll send everybody who's on here. I will send them a replay. I think it automatically does it. If not, then go to prosperousim.com. Let's see. Bring it up. Just email me right here, info or Eddie. Either one gets to me, and I'll be glad to send you the replay and kind of go over it. Somebody's also asking. I'll definitely, if you want me to go over your stuff, I'll audit. I'll look at your stuff for free. It's not a big deal. As you can tell, I'm not a high pressure guy. So if you want me to take a look at what you're doing, if you're currently doing pay-per-click, I can give you some pointers, and definitely I can almost guarantee you a nice 15% increase on conversions. In fact, that is our guarantee. We will increase your conversions by at least 15% because there's just, it's an algorithm. If you just tweak it here and there, you'd be amazed at what you can get. Or organically, if you want us to take a look at what it would take to get you dominating organically, we'll be glad to do that too. Okay, any other questions here? We got a few left on the line here. Yes, we do. We're happy to do water damage restoration. It's one of my favorite. We do a lot of plumbers, a lot of HVAC guys. Here's the problem, and I know they mentioned this. We can only handle one water damage restoration company per market. So if you're in Tampa, I mean St. Pete would be different, but if you're in Tampa, we can only do Tampa. And then same thing with Pensacola. We can only have one water because we're competing against ourselves. I don't believe in doing that. So yes, we have exclusivity. I know a lot of companies don't actually, and if you're with another company that doesn't, then you need to run. because it's just not fair. Because there is definitely ways to get over your competitor. It's a fight out there, it really is, and we're out there trying to help you. All right, any other questions? I think that's about it. Let's see what we got here. Yep, my number. You can call our phone number. I think I had it on there, didn't I? Let's see. I got a bunch of windows open here. Okay, so wow, we need to have it. It's here it is. 850-462-5272. 850-462. Yes, we answer our phones Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I sleep in. So 9 to 5 Central Time. We're in Central Time. And you can call us, and if you have questions, we'll be glad to answer any questions you want. But by the way, you need to. We write this magazine every single month, and it takes a lot. And there's a lot of great stuff in there. In fact, this one is this is the one that just came up this week. Top local SEO factors. I talked about some of these, but it'll give you some of the ways to optimize your data a little more in depth. But we got tons of articles. The whole newsletter here. Just sign up for it right there at the bottom, and you can get all these newsletters. See, look at all these cool newsletters. So you can download them here, check it out. All right, with that, I think we're done. Let's see, any more questions? No, we're good. So again, I thank you for your time. I'm sorry, I know I speak fast and all over the place. Hopefully this helped you. And we're here to help grow your business. But so long, have a prosperous and rewarding 2017, unless you have other plans. Thanks.